Morning, friends. We start our session in a few minutes. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir.
All is well with you? May I request all of you, please pass on our classmates to join the class quickly. Good morning, Parth. Dhruval, good morning. Hitarth, good morning. Nachiketa, very good morning. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, you're audible.
Okay, very good. Once again, very good morning to all of you friends. We'll start this exciting day with a prayer, a melodious prayer, which you will like to listen. So please put your hands together, wonderful smile on your face. Let us start our day with a prayer to God, Goddess Saraswati, and let us we all request for the betterment of the mankind, everyone on this earth, friends, relatives, parents, teachers, well-wishers, everyone. I'll be playing a prayer song for all of you. I hope you will like it. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Fine. Give me a minute. Good morning, friends. I hope you like this prayer song. Yes? Fine. I hope all students of this class, their family members are keeping safe, are healthy? Fine. Friends, today's agenda, we will start with discussion on the article that I have shared with you. Subsequently, we will continue our discussion on building biodata. In the last class, I started discussion on building your biodata. And after that, we start with a new unit, and the new unit is on habit formation, forming good habits. So with this background, let us start our today's class. May I request someone to tell us about the article that I have sent, and have you read it? If you have read it, what is the gist of the article? Any feedback? Anything about the article that you would like to share with me? Anyone? Dvij, may I
In that
request?
article,
Yeah, go ahead.
so sir, in that article, it is written that what you should do in interview and what you should not to do in 6 steps mentioned. What
Okay.
reference in that reference resume and वो सब था उसमें कि क्या आपको नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए, और वो सब था उसमें सर.
Very good. Very good. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, one by one.
Sir,
Yeah, go
Sir.
ahead.
sir, the key points of the resume just to show that our resume, the information in the resume must match with the needs of the company.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So that article was about resume writing, CV writing. And they have given us some important point. So Hiten is writing, it was a valuable article which highlights the 6 major points to be kept in mind while writing a resume for getting selected for an interview. Very good. Anyone else? So we have got 3 comments. Anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I would like to summarize the article. It's basically, it has been said in the article that generally the HR people who look at our resume, they have only a 10-second time to look at each resume. So we should keep it short, precise, and sharp so that they can remember the maximum part of the resume. Then the second point is that for the reference, it is not necessary to mention. The thing I got from it is that it is not necessary to mention it until and unless the reference is a very a person who is at a very higher post in that company, like the CEO. Third one is only to keep the interests that qualify the employer's need. Other than that, it will not help us. And for the list of achievements, our past performance is the best indicator of the future reference. So we need to put our achievements and we need to show them nicely. And for the designer part, it has been mentioned that we should not have more than 3 fonts, because that I think that will look shabby, and basically the terminology used in that was the botched the layout. So
Very true.
so that's not something we want to do. And generally the job chronological is a good idea, but it also shows that we want to hide something. So if we want to do it, then we have to do it in a cunning way. That's what I got from the article.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Anyone else before I start discussion? Anyone else? See, if you will not speak out, perhaps you are wasting your time. I mean, your personality will not change. If you want to learn swimming, you have to jump into water. Similarly, if you really wish to develop your personality, you have to speak out, you have to present, you have to say something. Anything that comes to your mind, you can speak in Hindi also, not an issue, but I want you to speak out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Another
go
thing I
ahead.
would like to add, the resume should be short as possible, like it should be 1 or 1.5 page. And moreover, the references which you write at the end, if it is possible, the particular one should ask the particular person to before you go for the interview, because that would be very good for us.
Okay, fine. Friends, all of you have said about resume writing. My focus, my emphasis is on building biodata. See, there are two separate activities. One, designing your biodata, drafting biodata, writing biodata. So that is activity one. Activity two, which is more important, that is building your biodata. See, writing, designing, drafting may take 1 hour. There are software available for writing your biodata and resume and CV. So writing will take maybe maximum 1 hour, but building may take several years. And this is the right time when you are in your 6th semester, you should think of improving your biodata, strengthening your biodata. I'll ask a few questions. Apart from your scholastic record, academic records, what extra that you would like to present in your biodata? Aditi was talking about achievements. How many achievements do you have? For example, how many papers have you published? How many projects and posters that you have designed? Have you participated in any elocution? Have you participated in hackathon, ideathon? Have you done some internship? Are you working with some professor during summer, winter, or with some NGO? So this is an eye-opening session. Remember, friends, every year from so many colleges, so many graduates complete their graduation, their studies. If you want to showcase yourself, if you want to present yourself different than others, then you have your biodata that is different. As Aditi rightly said, in my lecture also I said, reviewers, interviewers, recruiters, they spend hardly a few seconds while reviewing your biodata. And they always look for something different, different achievements. Have you worked on a team project? Have you participated in some coding competition? Robocon? Do you have expertise on at least one coding language? May it be C, C++ or Python or R programming? Whether you belong to civil engineering or chemical or mechanical or electrical, they want positive attitude that should be reflected in your biodata. They want to see some skills. Now this is right time to introspect. You are in 6th semester. I have a question. Do you have papers to your credit, at least conference papers? Do you have some projects to your credit? In your interview, they will definitely ask, tell me how many projects you have completed so far. Have you participated in any competition, any coding? Have you done some extra courses, MOOCs, massive online open courses? Have you attended some NPTEL lectures? Have you worked with some IIT professor, NIT professor, Have you worked for your internship in some industries? During your second year, third year, have you worked with some NGOs? If yes, what kind of experience do you have? Are you working in a team project? Have you written a term paper? All these, amalgamation of all these will build your biodata. Again, I will emphasize on building. Writing will take hardly 1 hour, half an hour. There are software available. I will give you samples and within half an hour, you'll be ready with your biodata. But what are you going to include in your biodata? That is a pertinent question. If you say, I am BTech from Nirma, I'm civil engineer from Nirma University, that's fine. Many universities run civil engineering program or electrical engineering or chemical engineering. But you have to show, you have to prove, you have to provide evidences that you are different, you are unique. What are your USPs, unique selling points? Tell me, what are your USPs? Can anyone answer this question? What are your USPs? Somebody say, I'm good at coding. That is my USP. I'm good at teamwork. I can be a good leader. So that is my USP. I'm good at presentation. That is my USP. I'm good at communication. That is my USP. What is your USP? Tell me, Saurav, Deep, Sahil, Khilan, Raj, Avni, Maitri, Parth, Dvij. Okay, so somebody is writing easily adaptable to changes. That is fine. That is maybe a personality trait. But if I ask you, what do you know as far as skills? Critical thinking skill, problem solving skill, analytical skill, coding skill, presentation skill, communication skill, critical thinking skill. You are good at which skill? So most of the interviewers, they look for skills. When you write good management skills, you have to prove. See, writing, I may write n number of things about Dhaval Pujara, but then ultimately in my biodata, it should be reflected. If I prove, if I show that I have several certificates, I have attended 10 days program at AMA on management skills. So that is an evidence, that is an achievement. That is something extra. Writing, I can write n number of things. If I write that I'm good at communication, have you participated in some elocution? Have you won some awards, prizes? So friends, recruiters look for evidences. You have to prove, you have to show. Anyway, I will continue with my presentation on building biodata. Sorry, Chirag, I'm not getting your question. Will you please unmute yourself and ask?
So means like कोई भी सर काम करवाना हो तो मतलब like sir to manipulate someone to work easily.
No, that is not the correct phrase. Manipulating is not a good word.
So convey.
I encourage others to work with me. I am good at motivation. I can motivate people to work with me. I'm a good team player. That's what you can say. Manipulation is something that should be avoided. Fine. In our last class, we were discussing about building your biodata. See, I have chosen the title very carefully. I have not written designing your biodata or drafting your biodata or typing your biodata or writing your biodata. My emphasis, third time I'm using the word emphasis. My emphasis is building your biodata. And believe me, friends, this is the right time where you should start thinking and implementing. Attend some extra courses, MOOCs. Utilize the time. See, you are not coming to college. It means at least every day you are saving 1.5 hour commutation from home to Nirma, Nirma to home. So you are saving that time. So use that time wisely. Fine. So we discussed about resume, CV and biodata. What are the differences between resume, CV and biodata? How important is your CV? That also I discussed. Why do we need to prepare CV? That question also we have answered. It's all about you. Your CV, your resume is all about you. Remember, CV is first step to get you an interview. Once you get an interview, once you get an appointment, then perhaps you can prove. But before you are called, this is your first impression. Your resume reflect your personality, your skills. Before writing resume, please do homework, company, industry where you are applying and the role for which you are applying. I said resume layout. I think the first lesson that we all need to learn is to join in time. Resume layout, I said 8 things. Your personal information, career objectives, qualifications, work experience, skill sets, awards and achievements, voluntary work, internships that you have done, and the references. I talked about personal information, what you are supposed to put under personal information and how you should put. I gave you 3 samples. Julie Johnson, she has put her email ID and her address. At the same time, if you recall, I told you about your email ID. How do you select? I mean, if you select some funky names for your email, even I have seen some of you have selected your status in WhatsApp or maybe in WebEx. That is not acceptable. You are students of engineering. You are not art students. Okay. So you have to be very, very careful while selecting your name for email. So there are different ways for writing your basic information, personal information. Then comes career objective. Okay. And you have to tune your career objectives as per the job advertisement. So you need to look for the advertisement and then accordingly you have to tune. So that is the difference between biodata, CV and resume. CV and resume you can tune as per the requirement of a company. Abrar, you are making noise. Abrar, you are disturbing me. I will put you out of the class. Then comes educational qualifications. Educational qualifications. So you should write them in chronological order. For example, if I am writing, I will have to write about my PhD, Masters, then BTech, then 12th, and then 10th. So it is called reverse chronological order, or in other words, more recent degree or current study listed first. Okay, last time I showed you how to write your educational qualification. Even if you have enrolled for a minor specialization in Nirma University, we have this facility that you can opt for minor specialization. That also you must mention in your resume. Then comes work experience. Again, you have to write in reverse chronological order. And as I said last time, it should be what, where, when format. So what kind of job you have done? Where? From July 20 to June 2021. When and where? Where means which company, which industry, which NGO, which professor. Okay. And position held, responsibility, and very importantly, the achievements during your job. Okay. Even if you have worked on some unpaid internships, unpaid positions, you have worked with NGOs, please write them, include them. Any information that can add value to your resume, you should add without forget. But at the same time, remember, your resume should not be too lengthy, maximum 2 pages. Okay. So that was about work experience. Okay. And then comes skills. What kind of skills do you have? For example, critical thinking skill, communication skill, analytical thinking, teamwork experience, proactive approach. And not only just writing, if you have attended some short courses and if your certificates, mention them. If you are good at coding, Java, C programming, HTML, MATLAB, Python, Microsoft Office, please mention. Language skills, that is also desirable. English, Hindi, Gujarati, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi. And there are also 3 aspects they look for: reading, writing, understanding, and speaking. So at least, are you able to speak fluently? Are you able to write fluently? Are you able to read fluently? 3 aspects: reading, writing, speaking. And please do not hide any information. Please do not exaggerate. If you are not good at speaking particular language, say I'm moderate. Awards and achievements, all kind of awards that you have received. But you are applying for a job, a technical job. So perhaps your awards and achievements related to sports, cultural, may not have that much value. But if you have nothing to show and at least you have awards and achievements related to sports and cultural, that also you should highlight, provided you have space. The first requirement is you want to get a technical job. So all your technical achievements in quantifiable terms, that I was second out of 400 teams in hackathon. I have 3 conference papers in last 3 years. I have got scholarship from Nirma University. I have got scholarship from IEEE. So who has given, when it was given, and what is this achievement? If you are a member of a professional society like Chemical Engineers of India, or maybe Concrete Society of India, or maybe ASRE for mechanical engineering students, or Society for Refrigeration and Cooling, okay, or maybe IEEE in case of electrical engineering, Indian Society for Technical Education. So if you are member of any such professional organization, without fail you should mention. Not only having membership, if you have contributed by way of delivering some lectures, okay, that also you should mention. If you work on some minor project during your undergraduate program, that also you should mention without fail. Okay, if you work on some seminar, some presentation, if you are working with Rotaract, CHESA, MESA, IESA, everything you should mention. But again, you have to be very precise. You should not exaggerate, and the total length of your resume should not be more than 2 pages. So it is an art, and that is why I will recommend that you should look for good biodata, good resume. If you are interested, I can supply at least 3 to 4 good resumes.
हाँ सर प्लीज वो 3 to 4 resume you मेल कर देना ना सर।
चलिए, आज मुझे अच्छा लगा कि कोई बोला तो सही, मेरे बोले बगैर आपने बोला। वेरी गुड।
And sir,
बोले
moreover, if you can send this PPT, it is not on Moodle.
सी बेटा, ऐसा है, जैसे ही सेशन खत्म हो जाएगा इसका, हमारा रूल है, आप मूडल देखते ही नहीं हो, आप एलएमएस देखते ही नहीं हो, जैसे ही ये खत्म हो जाएगा ये एलएमएस पे उसी दिन आ जाएगा। ठीक है, फाइन। Voluntary work. So if you have worked on some blood donation or tree plantation or some literacy program or some awareness campaign, tobacco awareness campaign, any such voluntary work that you have done, without fail you should mention. This area will help you to tell your employer how you have learned new skills, because when you work on some societal activities, awareness programs, basically you learned responsibilities, you learned about teamwork, and you have awareness about the society, and very importantly you have that feeling of contributing, giving back to the society. If you have worked voluntarily in library, on some educational sectors, if you have arranged some industrial visits, if you have mobilized some fund for disaster management, community-based services, so anything that you have done, you should write. Somebody is writing, sir, may I send your resume to review? Friends, you have your department faculty, you have your counselor, department faculty counselor, please go and show to them. I have 150 students here in this course, 75 students in Introduction to Research Methodology, and many students in technical courses that I teach in my department. Plus, I am heading department, I have my PhD students, I am working on a funded project by ISRO. A junior research fellow is working with me, university has assigned some work. So almost every Saturday, Sunday, you won't believe, yesterday and day before yesterday, almost full day I was occupied. For you perhaps it was a holiday, for me it both the days, Saturday and Sunday, it both were full. Almost for 8 to 10 hours I have worked on different assignments which are assigned to me. I'm extremely sorry that I will not be able to give justice if you send me your resume. I'm extremely sorry. References include names, organizations, and contact numbers of people who can act as referee for you. For example, your BTech supervisor, he can be your referee. For example, if you worked in some NGO and the leader of the NGO can work as referee for you. Before you put anybody's name as referee, please take their permission, their approval. Give them a call, write them an email and tell them, request them, sir, madam, may I put your name as referee in my biodata, in my resume? Without their permission, you should not do it. Because if you do it without permission, the company, the industry where you have applied, they may call the gentleman directly and ask about you. If he or she says that I don't know or he has not taken my permission, it will affect you, it will spoil your reputation. Please do not ask your family friends, maybe your father, friends of father or brother to be considered as referee. Better some professors, supervisor, mentor, they can be your referee. And referee, putting referee is not compulsory. Please do not include your birth date, exact date. You may write birth year 1974, 1978, even if you want to allow, if you want to add, but do not put your exact birth date and time. That is required in a biodata when you are applying or when you are interested for some matrimonial work. Okay, when you want to marry, at that time if you are preparing a biodata, you can put. Do not put any political affiliation, religious preference, marital status, sexual orientation, okay, place of birth, no need. What is your height, weight, color? Even your photographs are also not required. Okay. Some action verbs or words that you can use in writing your CV. For example, I have arranged, I have collaborated with so and so professor. I have presented my seminar. I was recommended by Professor Pujara. I established ASA club in my university. I was supported by Fulbright Commission. I taught less privileged students in a village Charodi near my college. I volunteered for TechFest in my college. Okay, so these are the action verbs or words that you should use in your biodata. I mean, that shows that you have done something extraordinary. You are different, you are unique. Top mistakes, top 6 mistakes which I have found, which some of the recruiters have found in biodata. Spelling errors. A single spelling error, grammatical error, punctuation error, typo error will spoil your biodata, will spoil your reputation, will spoil your image. If your resume is too long, 3 pages, 4 pages, perhaps people may not read it. Nobody has time. Remember, friends, every industry, every company is getting so many resumes. If you are lying, झूठ बोलते हो, गलत बोलते हो, if there are no evidences, as I said in between, you write that I'm good at communication, I'm good at presentation, but what are the evidences? Have you got some certificates? Poor layout, formatting, gaps in work history. For example, you have shown that I have worked from 2018 to 2020, and then suddenly there is a break of 1 to 2 years. Then it will not be seen as good. The 5 P's of CVs or resumes, it should be painless, meaning easy to read, well organized, well formatted, okay, without typo error. It should be perfect. So proofread your biodata. Maybe you can give it to someone in your department, maybe your friend. It should not be more than 2 pages. There should be proper margins, selection of proper font. The paper that you select, don't use any colorful paper, simple white paper. And position, the position for which you are applying. Use keywords. Tips for your resume writing. Look at other resumes. Be brief. Your objective should reflect the job that you are applying. Prepare CVs for individual companies. Show the reader employer why are you good match for a particular job. Avoid folding your CV. 2 पेज ऐसे fold मत कर देना. Do not repeat the information. Avoid personal pronouns. For example, I. Don't outsource. Some people, they give it to some consultants that you prepare my biodata. Don't do that. Ask someone to review your CV. I'll keep this information on my screen for 1 minute so that you can review it. Okay, and then I'll come back. So you have 60 seconds to go through. Yeah, so have you gone through? Have you seen this? Fine. So these are some of the important tips. A few more. Put education and work experience in reverse chronological order. Focus more on how you did your job, not what duties you performed. I mean, you need to highlight some achievements of your job. Use positive action verbs such as organize, delivers, accomplish, successfully achieved. Make your information easy to read. Avoid long paragraphs. Don't use a font size smaller than 10 points. Don't use fancy fonts that are hard to read. Format your resume clearly. Proofread for spelling, punctuation, grammar, and meaning. Always include a cover letter. So you cannot simply send your resume. You should write a cover letter and you should attach your resume. Use same font size throughout. Same font size throughout the document. Use bold to emphasize only the most important feature of your resume. Be consistent with tabs. If you are using tab, one type of bullet or tab, throughout it should be same. Dates also, some people write DD, MM, Y. So throughout it should be same. Use white or off-white paper only. Do not use scented or colorful paper. Make the resume professional looking and inviting to read. Never include false information on your resume. So these are some of the important tips I thought I should share with you. So this is the end of the first presentation on resume writing. So what is your opinion? Did you like it? Was it useful? There are
Yes, sir.
112 people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, friends, now I'll be starting with a new presentation, a new unit. Soon I will upload this presentation. Okay, so time being, I would like to go for a new presentation. Okay. My next presentation is on formation of habit. Okay. You might have seen how my presentation was designed for building your biodata. This time it will be totally different. Okay, so you will like it. Let me share my screen with all of you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, friends, before I start my presentation on this particular topic, habits, I would like to declare two things. Yesterday on LMS, I have uploaded 2 assignments that I am supposed to give. Remember, this course has no semester and examination. You are attending tutorials, so there will be 5 tutorials. Each tutorial carries a weightage of 10 marks, so 50 marks. There will be a quiz at the end of the semester, comprehensive quiz from the entire syllabus contained, that carries 30 marks. So 50 marks of tutorial, 30 marks of quiz, MCQ type quiz, and remaining two or 20 marks. Remaining 2 are assignments from my side, which I have uploaded on your LMS. Without fail, you should read the deadline and what is expected from you. If you miss the deadline because of any reason, even if it is technical, perhaps I will not allow you to resubmit. Okay, listen first. Assignment that I have asked for that carries 10 marks. Which format you have to use? File format, date of submission, everything is very clearly mentioned. Okay, for both the assignments from my side, what should be the name of the file that you submit? That also I have written. If you will not follow the file name, 2 marks will be deducted. Okay, you have to submit in the format that I have prescribed. Formats I have uploaded. You have to use PDF only. Now listen, first assignment. You need to collect one video, maybe from YouTube, from anywhere, 3 to 6 minutes of video. It may be related to any of the personality traits. For example, presentation, communication, ethics, values, positive attitude, good habits, anger management, any quality of a good personality. So related to this quality, you need to find out a video. If you explore YouTube, you will find many such videos. So selection of a video, and then you have to paste the link of that video in your assignment. So if you see the format, everything is provided there. And then about that video, what do you think? Your summary, your description, your commentary in minimum 300 words. In English, you have to write in your own words. If you copy directly, I'm going to check each assignment using Turnitin software. So assignment 1, very simple. Get one video, copy link, paste it in your assignment, and then write about that video in 300 words in your own words. Minimum 300. You can go up to 2000, 5000, no worries, but it should be in your own words. Assignment 2 is very simple. Again, it carries 10 marks. Again, there is a file format. The name of the file should be very specific. The second assignment is called learning log. Now, what is learning log? Learning log means in this course, every Monday you have 2 lectures. So every Monday there may be some take home, some learning. For example, today on 14th of February, you might have learned 1 or 2 things. So roughly there will be 30 sessions in this course, 30 theory sessions. You may have additional tutorial sessions. There also you learn. So you have to summarize your learnings in 10 bulleted points. You have to summarize your learnings in 10 bulleted points. That will be your assignment number 2. Again, if you copy, if you take something directly from website, I will catch them. And then there will be negative marking. For both the assignments, there are strict hard deadlines. For assignment 1, I think I have given 1 month's time. For assignment 2, I have given 2 months' time. So I have given you enough time to prepare these assignments. Their marks will be directly added to your grade. So it is up to you how much marks you want to take and which grade you would like to qualify. Is this clear? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Everything is very clearly written on LMS. Please visit LMS. Fine. I'll be starting with a new unit, habits. Again, you see the layout, how aesthetically, perfectly it is designed. First page of your PPT should be the title, name of the presenter, slightly bold, affiliation, designation, and email address. You can see how pin code is written. Presentation outline should be the second slide. In this unit, I will be discussing with you formal definition of habit. What do I mean by habit? Types of habits. There are several types of habits. Stages of habit formation. In this unit, my focus, my emphasis would be on good habit formation. and avoiding bad habits. So what are the stages of habit formation? There is an interesting rule known as 21/90 rules. I will be discussing with you, and how to form a good habit. So I'll give you some guidelines for formation of a good habit, and each one of you will have to give me a promise that over a period of this course, you will form at least one good habit. And there is a wonderful book by Stephen Covey. The title is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You must read it. I will give you the gist of that book towards the end of my presentation. So this is all about presentation outline for habit formation. I'll stop here. Still we have 20 seconds. If you want to say anything, please feel free. Our next class will be session number 12 that will start at exact 2:05. 2:05 पे शुरू हो जाएगा. And then I will lock the meeting. So better every one of you should be ready by 2:05. And in the next session, we will discuss about habit formation. So till then, goodbye. See you at 2:05. Thank you.
सर
Yes.
सर वो वीडियो में वीडियो वाला सर एक बार बताओ ना, वो किस टाइप की वीडियो होनी चाहिए सर?
Beta, video, anything that is related to quality of a personality. तुम कैसी personality prefer करते हो? तो बोले सर मैं स्मार्ट हूँ, मैं पॉजिटिव हूँ, आई एम गुड एट कम्युनिकेशन, आई एम गुड एट क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग, आई एम एथिकल, आई हैव कंट्रोल ओवर माई एंगर, आई एम गुड एट प्रेजेंटेशन. सो दीज आर द क्वालिटीज ऑफ अ गुड पर्सनालिटी. एक अच्छी पर्सनालिटी में क्या क्या क्वालिटीज हो, उनमें से कोई एक क्वालिटी के ऊपर वीडियो ढूंढो, उसकी लिंक पेस्ट करो और उस वीडियो को अच्छे से देख के समराइज करो इन योर ओन वर्ड्स. Is this clear now? If it
यस
is
सर,
not
थैंक यू सो
clear,
मच सर.
please feel free to call me. Please feel free to write me. Okay, friends. This
सर ऐसे कोई इंडिविजुअल का वीडियो भी चल सकता है, जैसे कि कोई भी ग्रेट पर्सनालिटी हो तो फिर
yes, anything. मैंने और कुछ नहीं बोला आपको. आप कुछ भी YouTube पे जाइए, खुद का बनाइए. आप खुद एक वीडियो बना के रखिए. I will appreciate. I will give you more credit. ठीक है? तो आप अपना बनाइए, आप कहीं से लीजिए, आपको कहीं से मिला है, कहीं से फॉरवर्ड में आया है, कुछ भी, बट यू शुड प्रोवाइड मी द लिंक सो दैट आई कैन ऑल्सो सी एंड आई कैन कंपेयर योर राइटिंग विद द वीडियो. Okay, goodbye friends.